Hey, what's going on everybody? Rogers Base here with my review of Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia, Anime Episode 32, Everyone's Internships. And I think that title is kind of misleading because this episode does not focus on everybody's internships. It instead focuses on Froppy's internship for the most part. We get a little bit of the stuff with Bakugo and Kendo and Momo and even Jiro for a little bit at the beginning of the episode. But really, when they said that this was going to be a filler episode focused on everybody's internships, I thought it was going to be just that we were literally going to see everybody. More of the stuff with Mineta and Mount Lady, more stuff with Tokoyami, because we never saw anything regarding Tokoyami's internship, and considering he was like one of the top 4 during the sports festival, why would we not see him? So I was truly expecting more of that during this episode. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed, but the stuff that we got with Froppy near the end of the episode was actually pretty entertaining. I like her boss, Selkie, the dude who's like a seal, and actually a lot of people don't know this because they think this is just filler material. This is not a filler character. Selkie is a character who I think was mentioned in like chapter 120, 129, somewhere around there in the manga, but we never actually saw what he looked like. We just heard about him. In fact, I think the character who brings him up is another character with an animal-style quirk, so kind of weird. Those of you who are manga readers know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we never saw the character in action. We get to see him in action during this episode, funnily enough, as a Navy SEAL, which I think is a clever little thing that they did there. And we also see his sidekick character with the good ear quirk. And overall, it was fun to see Froppy working alongside them. And I actually liked Selkie's little weird character quirk, which was when he was trying to be cute, saying, "Oh, all the kids like when I'm trying to be cute." And he makes these little faces, and everybody's like, "Please stop doing that. You are not cute. You are just weird to look at." Except for Froppy. Froppy's like, "He's so cute," and she's got the little blush down her face. Froppy's cute. You guys know I love Froppy. Froppy's a cute little character. But I don't know. I expected more from this episode than a weird little filler episode with like them going up against Splatoon-like villains. Because that was weird that they had the 3 squid people actually, the stowaways, plus this dude with the octopus power the whole time throughout the course of this episode where they're shooting ink at Selkie, and you also see the octopus guy fighting Froppy a little bit later. All I could think about was Splatoon, and maybe that's because of the fact that I've been playing way too much Splatoon 2 recently, but that was the one thing that I was thinking about. I was like, I would love to see a character arc in the canon manga with these characters. That'd be kind of funny, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think any of those characters were actually canon. I think they were all just filler characters that they wrote in for this episode. I actually don't even know if the person who was sort of like the boss, I forgot what her name is already, I'm sorry, the girl with the good ear power. I don't know if she's canon, all I know is that Selkie's canon. So regardless, that stuff was fun. I did forget another little scene that was in this episode though, with Fourth Kind and Tetsu and Kirishima where they're all picking up trash. That was funny, and a little bit too with Uwabami, who was like the specialty pretty princess looking type character who Momo and Kendo are working for, and they're just basically her background reporters while everybody else is interviewing Uwabami. That was kind of funny. And Jiro, as I mentioned earlier as well, you see that little bit with her, and I forget who she's working with. The name escapes me. Death Arms, right? She's working with Death Arms, and they're going in to save those people, and she basically just ushers them out and uses her power to hear into the room. But yeah, beyond that, I was left a little bit disappointed. I think that Froppy's a fun character. I enjoy seeing the stuff with her, but on the whole, I just really wanted more. And this was the only filler episode, by the way. It looks like, based on the preview, we are getting back into canon material. And I don't know if any of you guys watched the previews, but I was really blown away by the fact they spoiled a big thing in the preview for next week. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't go back and rewatch the preview, but those of you who are manga readers know what I'm talking about, and I feel like they really should have saved that reveal for next week's episode and not showed that in the preview. Again, those of you who watch the anime probably don't know what we're talking about, and it probably just went right by you, but for those of us who read the manga, it was pretty clear what they were alluding to in that preview, so kind of bizarre. But I'm trying to think, were there any other scenes with any other... Oh, there were! There was one other scene with another character I didn't mention, Ochako, where you see her fighting and sort of training with Gunhead, and she's waving the knife at him, and he basically does that technique where he twists her wrist, drops the knife, and then puts her down to the ground, and it's just more of the combat training with Ochako, which again is nice, but I think we could have used even a little more of that too. It feels like the animation studio just really wanted to focus on a Froppy story, and that's fine. I mean, everybody loves her. I think she's everybody's favorite frog waifu, one of the best girls in the entire class, but it just seemed odd that in an episode titled Everyone's Internships that we did not focus on her. But again, I enjoyed the stuff we got with her near the end of the episode. I like that little fight sequence with the octopus where the octopus is holding up her manager and he's like, tell them on the radio that the stowaways aren't here and they got to check somewhere else. And then Froppy doesn't do it. She looks over at her manager and what she said earlier, which is just trust Selkie. Trust the pro heroes. We know what we're doing. Don't try to go crazy. Don't go off on your own. And she's like, yeah, you know what? They're over here. They're by the double rock. Come get me. And then she is able to actually hold off the octopus dude just enough for Selkie to come in and give that awesome uppercut punch. And I love that little scene when I think the seal is like diving, or Selkie is diving onto the octopus guy and frees Good Ear. And you basically see the entire screen go red for a couple seconds. And I don't know why they did that, or like why they, decided to have that be that sequence, but I liked it. I thought it looked good. I thought that entire fight sequence was cool. I actually liked the animation too, where Froppy's, swinging around the rocks with her tongue, and then the octopus guy is going in. Also, for those of you who are manga readers, again, I'm talking to manga readers a lot during this episode, but it's just because I just did a read-through, which, by the way, if any of you guys who watch my anime reviews are fans of the manga, I just did a read-through stream the other day of chapters, I think 140 through 148, which is the most recent chapters of the manga. So if you want to see me get caught up, go watch that read-through when you're done with this video. But there's a character in the manga right now who utilizes octopus tentacles, and so for a second, I was like, wait a minute. Are we seeing this character this early on in the anime? But that wasn't the case. It was just some, villain of the week. And that's fine. That's okay. I think I've talked enough about this episode. I feel like since it was a filler episode and there wasn't a lot of stuff to discuss, I think I pretty much covered everything. I know this review's a little bit shorter than normal, but whatever. I'm not going to just keep talking just to fill up time and get a mid-roll ahead. So with that being said, I think this episode was like a 3 out of 5. I think it was a little bit better than average. Average, I would say, is 2.5. I think this is like a 3 out of 5. It was still enjoyable, but I really expected more out of it, and I was left kind of disappointed. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this week's episode down in the comments below. Leave a like on this video if you liked anything I had to say, and please be sure to subscribe because I bring you guys reviews of the anime every single weekend. And like I said, next week's episode looks like it's going to be pretty good. I just wish they didn't spoil that reveal in the preview. But either way, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!